Guys, we're back. It's the Screen Team, and we are doing movie reviews for you, and we've got the latest movie in the Saw franchise. This one's called Jigsaw, and to help review this one is our Saw expert, Sabrina J. Now, Sabrina loves horror films. She also loves these horrible Saw films as well. She's made me seen all of them except this one. Luckily, I've
seen it.
I was lucky enough to be able to avoid this movie, but Sabrina saw it.
I went by myself.
And you're going to tell us how this movie is, right?
I am. Okay, so it's been 10 years since Tobin Bell's character Jigsaw died, and they've had, 6 of these movies now? This is number 7?
No, they've already done 7, I believe.
And this is number 8.
Correct.
Okay, so it's not called Saw. It is called Jigsaw.
So can I ask you a question?
What?
And if I don't want you to give away too much here.
Right.
Is this a remake? Is this
Nope.
a prequel? Is this a sequel? But it's in the same universe, correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So in this movie, we start off with a guy on a rooftop. He's sucked into a game, and the cops are on him because he crashed through some barricades. We don't know what he did. We just know he's trying to get to this building, and he gets there, and he stands on an X, and he grabs this trigger mechanism, and by then the cops are all over him, and he's like, it's going to be them or me. The game's begun, and he hits the trigger. Well, at the same time, one of the cops shoots, and one of them shoots his hand, blows it up, but then somebody else shoots him in the chest, and so all of a sudden, you realize, they're not going to get out of him what they thought they were going to get out of him, which is what kind of game is he talking about? Well, so then you go from there. Guy gets in the hospital. He's in a coma, and then other people all of a sudden appear, and they're in this game. Well, they got the bucket heads on, right? And they're in the saw room, and you've seen this in the trailer where the saws are spinning in the wall and they're being pulled into it. And so you got these guys and gals, and you hear Jigsaw's voice, and they're screaming, no, I don't want to do this. Well, anyway, so you go through this scenario, and then you realize, well, just because the saw blades quit, the game isn't over, and it's never over until the last person stands or gets stuck somewhere, right?
Right.
The whole time this is going on, you realize that there's these good cops, bad cops kind of guys, and they're trying to figure out why this guy ended up blowing his hand off at the same time setting afoot some game. And then people start showing up. And in the trailer, you see a woman jogging where all these people are staring up over her shoulder, and there's a guy hanging up there. So he is like one of the first victims. Then you have some other people, one by one in the game, they fail to do what they're supposed to do, and then they show up in the real world. So they've got the little jigsaw thing out. The detectives don't know what's going on, but they keep showing up on the corners. Corner? I don't know. Not the corner. The guy that does the autopsies. What's he called? Anyway, he is there. He's got an assistant, and the assistant's kind of strange. And then you find out later on why she's so strange. She's obsessed with Jigsaw and all of the stuff that he did. So instantly you start going, okay, it's her, or okay, it's this person, or they start bringing you like, is it the bad cop? Is it the good cop? Are we being tricked into believing? You don't know who you really suspect. And then, of course, the big unveiling is at the end, and it blew my mind.
It blew her mind.
I love trying to figure out who it is.
I do too. That's the only thing I love about this film franchise, is trying to figure out what the twist is at the very end. That's what keeps me interested in these movies. Well, nothing else does.
Here's the thing: in some of the previous movies, they were instantly taking on it's copycat. Well, the Jigsaw dude is dead, right? He died of cancer. They buried him. They end up pulling up his casket in this movie to prove it couldn't possibly be him. But you see him playing the game with these characters.
Do you want to play a game?
Live or die, the choice is yours.
All right, man. So I got to ask you, we talked about the twist, and you said the twist was a good one in this film. What about the traps? I mean, that's another thing that draws people in. The gruesome.
The guy's assistant, she's fascinated with Jigsaw and the stuff he did. The contraptions the guy builds and how they work and how they anticipate what people are going to say or do or not do is just genius. And I'm with you. I love figuring out, how did he know they would react this way? I mean, the guy has to have just done so much homework on these people. And then that freaks me out thinking, how could somebody figure out what my greatest fears are or my greatest sins?
Let me ask you a question. And we might be delving in deep into your psychology here, and I apologize for that. But why do you like these movies? What is it about them that grabs you?
I'm a puzzle solver. I like to solve puzzles. I play games that solve puzzles. I like to find hidden things. I like to find a way to get the most points out of something, and Jigsaw does too. Now, his goal actually is to take people and make them pay penance for their sins. In all of the movies, that's what it's really about, is him saying, you know what, you messed up, and nobody else is going to put you away for it or make you pay, but I'm going to make you decide to either confess your sins or pay the ultimate price. And I just think it's really cool. Like, how could he do all this stuff? The contraptions are pretty crazy. And what they do, like, you can't look at a contraption and actually know what it's going to do until it does it.
Right.
So it's just gross. It's very gory, true to original fashion. It's just,
So if you're a fan of the Saw franchise, are you going to be a fan of Jigsaw?
I'm buying it for sure.
Oh, no.
It's going in the repertoire that my son can't see until he's 14.
14? How about like 34? How about that? Goodness gracious. The movie is called Jigsaw. If you like Sabrina's review, definitely give it a check out, because if you like Sabrina, you're definitely going to like this movie. Sabrina, thank you so much for your
Always
review.
a pleasure.
We appreciate you. Remember, you can check out the Screen Team. We're on Facebook, YouTube, we're on Twitter, and check out our official website at screenteampb.com. For Chris, for Sabrina, we're the Screen Team. And remember,
Know before you go.
I knew we'd mess that up.